I had more stuff than I thought. I actually made a pretty good amount of money. I should be able to pick up my armor with no issues now. Do that one. Oh, shit. I forgot all the armor has different level requirements. Alright, I guess I'm just rocking a hat for a little while. Alright, this is me. Welcome back to my FlyFF's series, everyone. I'm completing my job advancement in this video, and if you can't tell from the hat in the cold open, I picked the Mercenary class, which is this game's version of a warrior. I didn't explain it very well in the live commentary, so here's just a quick rundown for those who haven't played. FlyFF has a decent variety of classes to choose from, and there's a fair amount of build variation available in every class tree as well. But once you level up to 15 as a Vagrant, you graduate to either Magician, Mercenary, Acrobat, or Assist. They don't let you stay a Vagrant, so you have to pick one. Strictly speaking about the game's low levels, these classes can be simplified to Magic-based, Warrior, Ranged, and the Support class. Every class gets unique weapons, and later, generally, you'll specialize in one particular weapon style when you job advance again at level 60. Mercenary, the class that I picked, has historically been the worst damage class possible early on because of the game's really cruel stat system. So as I progress, I'm going to have a large focus on how much better or worse off the Mercenary class is now, and I'm going to tell you how they compare to the other class choices. Warning: some of the details in this video may shock you. They may make little to no sense. If you start experiencing the urge to play video games that are unnecessarily punishing, please stop watching, so you can like and subscribe. Level 15 is where the real challenge starts. Because of FlyFF's brutal XP system, I need to fit in a truckload of progress before I hit level 30, because if I outlevel 30, I'm locked out of absolutely crucial progression. Level 15 through 20 is going to be the easiest. I can do quests for quick XP, and the mobs haven't gotten too difficult yet. 20 through 30 is going to be mostly essential for gear upgrades. For this stretch, it's important I do not complete most quests because that XP is better spent towards farming for drops instead. 30 is likely going to be the first place I lock my XP gains, and it's one of the most important levels in the game. My skill and stat points have been reset though from job advancement. Here's my plan. I'm going to put 8 level ups worth of dex. That's going to boost my dex to 31, giving 0.5% attack speed, 2% crit chance, 4% hit rate, and the hit rate is going to be the most useful here. You'll see why in a second. Dex also gives parry and block chance, so it's an offensive and defensive stat. That's going to matter a lot more later. I don't have many stat points left, but the rest and all future points are going to be put into strength. That's going to increase my attack and skill damage, so it's a Mercenary's bread and butter. This does mean, though, I'm going to be neglecting stamina. That's responsible for giving you more defense and HP. It's going to make things trickier, but I think I found a way to make it work. Lock those in. Next up is the skill tree. Mercenaries get quite a few options for skills, and they're all locked behind prerequisite skills and levels. At the start of the tree, I only have access to Slash. It's just a basic damaging skill. Before, I could level up all my skills without worry, but starting now, every point is quite permanent, and they're scarce. I can't level everything in the skill tree, so I need to plan these points wisely. That means Slash is only getting 4 points, because that's what's required for the next skills in the tree. This is going to hurt my damage early on, but this choice is going to make more sense later. So now all that's left to do is get to work. Level 30 is close and so far away. Alright, let's see how much damage I've lost since hitting level 15. I used to do... I remember I was half-healthing these with one skill combo. Let's see how far that's dropped. Ah, it's terrible! That's, like, I knew Slash would not be as good, especially, like, it's only level 4. That is why I put some points in Dex, though. I know Slash is not going to be a reliable source of damage, so if I have some points in Dex, I can have hit rate instead, which means I don't have to rely on my skills so much. I can just use my basic attacks. Oh my gosh, Slash actually does like the same damage as a basic attack. Oh, that is bad. This is really, really bad. This is a significant downgrade from just being a vagrant. I almost do the same damage as I was doing on the beetles in the first episode. Oh, I don't have buffs. I don't have buffs. Okay, okay. This might be salvageable. So yeah, my damage has been completely nerfed, even though my level went up, and that's why getting to level 30 is going to be such a pain. I'm still fighting monsters that are below my level, so anything my level or higher is going to be even more challenging with my current stats. That's where this NPC comes in, called Rion. This guy is essentially the main questline of the whole game, and he's going to be giving me easy quests with great rewards. I need XP. Please carry me. Oh, that's not enough. Oh, he wants me to fight a boss right away. Yeah. Oh, no. I don't think I could beat that. I guess I could try. This is good of a time as ever to mention the giant monsters in FlyFF. Everything you can fight, like these Demians here, has a small form, a medium form, which is just its name most of the time, and then a captain form. For these guys, the captain is called Bad Demian. That's the strongest version of them. But there's also a giant. See, Bad Demian here has 1500 health, and he's level 10. Giant Demian is level 13, so 3 levels higher, and he has nearly 40,000 health. Not to mention he hits extremely hard, right? But that's not all. Giants also get unique attacks that they can cast that normal monsters can't, and usually these take the form of like an AoE slam attack on the floor. If you get hit by that slam attack, and you are not a complete tank, I'm talking almost every single point you own is put into stamina, you will get one shot. They're extremely punishing. They're also very hard to dodge, especially if you don't have a crazy speed buff. All I have is quick step from buff pang, but I am at least going to try this because if I can't beat Lord Demian, I'm going to be locked out of the main quest for a while. That's simply just too much XP and rewards to miss out early on. Oh! No! Of course, I got hit immediately. I hit him like twice. Ah, that's going to be really hard to dodge without speed. I'm going to give it one more try. Alright, let's try this again. Just gotta move as soon as I see the red. Oh my god, this guy... Fuck, he hits way too hard. Damn it, why did I sell all my armor? Okay, so even with armor, this guy hits way too hard, but it looks like his health isn't actually resetting with each time. So I should be able to just keep coming back until he's dead. Alright, you know what? Actually, one of the very first quests you do gives you a scroll of sprint, and I think I'm just going to use one now. It's going to give me 30% move speed for 5 minutes. That should be long enough to fight this guy once, and hopefully be able to run out of the red circle so I don't get one shot. We'll give it a shot. Okay, well, the game still doesn't play itself, but that is very doable. Come on. Yes! Oh, thank goodness for scroll sprint. Hooray for pay-to-win items! I only get 4 more of those provided to me for free by the game. Pretty sure. There might be some more quests in the future that hand them out, but I'm going to act as if there's only 4 more. Cool. I only lost about 9% worth of XP fighting that guy. Now I can do the rest of the main story. Oh! Sick. That was actually much faster than I thought it was going to be. I was doing a quick, not a side quest, but there's a quest chain you can do that has to do with the game's dungeon system. And I guess I just got far enough in that to get my first earring. There's another 24 damage per hit. Not bad. Oh, hell yeah. I was literally just about to say, man, I hope I get a sword. This is going to be so much better. Now that I'm not really on a skill-based build, the slow attack speed from an axe is really gimping my damage, I think. Let's see what we're looking at now. About 300 per second? Good. No! I got a ring. I got a ring. And it's actually a strength ring. Wow. These things are so rare. Let me put the drop rate on the screen. It's so early. I was just thinking, like, man, what a shame. I don't think there's any way to reliably get, like, jewelry this early on. I thought I'd be stuck without a ring for, like, a really long time, which is not good, because I'm pretty sure I get the first one after level 30. And, really need it before then. So, this is great. That was really lucky. Easy XP. Now I'm level 18. I can finally put on my suit that I bought ages ago. Woo! Looking good. Looking good. Now, man, I think that leaves me out of quests to do for a bit, though. I was really hoping those would get me to level 20, but I guess I'm kind of on my own here. But, I mean, I did get this cool sword. Demel Earring was a nice touch, and the Strength Ring. You know, maybe the damage isn't going to be as bad as I thought. This could be kind of fast. Wow. Would you look at that? There was another skill I could be using this whole time. I thought Keen Wheel was unlocked to level 20, so I didn't even bother. You get one skill at 15, another skill at 15, and then a skill at 25. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Let's see if it's actually any good, though. I need it to be level 6, it looks like. I can put that on the action bar. It's a combo skill, like the Vagrant skill, so Keen Wheel has to follow Slash. It can't just be cast on its own. Let's try my damage now. It literally feels like I am casting the clean hit and then casting Flurry again, just with a new animation. Those do not feel very impactful. Yes, level 20. Oh my gosh. That's the first big milestone. Or maybe it is a big milestone. I mean, I can do a lot of cool stuff now, but it's the first part of the plan done. I got my little grind out of the way. Now I can start actually hunting for some slightly better gear. First, I just have to offload all this gear. Oh, I actually have money. I can finally afford a flying board. It's in the name of the game, after all. And this is what they were talking about. You can actually just fly around. A lot of, like, more modern MMOs do have flying at this point, but I don't know, this was like one of the first to do it. And it's such a low level, too. I'm only level 20. Most games make you wait a really long time before you can fly around. But the other unique factor this game has over the other games where you can fly is this one is flying combat. It's terrible, but you can do it. And it's actually something I'm going to need to do for the next steps of the plan here. Dude, I didn't even have time to say why I was fighting these. I wanted a plug earring. Just like this. I got one. Very first kill. No way. This is about the time when things started looking weird. Something that had been on the back of my mind is a special zone in Flaris called Mars Mine. I'm bringing this place up now because I've been certain ever since I was a kid there's something special about the drops in Mars Mine. I've leveled up a lot of characters there over the years because of the increased XP, but what I've noticed is significantly more drops as well. That's why when I went to make this series, I'd planned to farm there pretty much exclusively in the early levels, but I couldn't find any information online to verify whether these increased drop rates were actually there, or if I was just making stuff up and I had it in my head that it was the case. The game's only source of drop rate information right now, FlyFF'pedia, reflects that the drop chances are the same from these monsters as everywhere else. So I tossed out the idea pretty much immediately, but then, after these moth bees, when I got a sword upgrade, earrings on the very first kill, and nearly every single moth bee dropped equipment, some even dropped 2, flags were getting raised in my brain. Is it possible that different monsters do have better chances than what are reflected on FlyFF'pedia? That would be really troubling. Mostly because Flyf historically has had no information available online over the years. They had original Wikipedia pages, but they're terrible, and most of the best information you could find were just rumors on forums. Now that FlyFF'pedia and Discord exist, we finally have a deeper look into some of Flyf's more complex features like drop tables, formulas, but because of these drops and some other weird stuff I've encountered while playing, I actually have more questions than answers. And if I can't find those answers online or in the game's Discord, I'm going to have to do my best to answer those questions myself. These moth bees ended up being the tipping point where I decided to really investigate if drop chances are truly as stated on the wiki, or if there are some factors going on behind the scenes. That's coming in the next episode. There we go. They're level up from quests. I want to say, while I think they've done a really good job making quests worth it, like, I think the amount of rewards you get from quests, including XP, are much better than they ever were. But most parts of those quest lines are done at different levels. So I'm in the middle of like 4 different quest lines right now. But I'll do a quest for one quest line, and then I won't touch that quest line again for like another 2 levels sometimes. And what it's doing is it's making it really hard to remember what's going on in each storyline. And I mean, this really only affects me because I'm making a video series for it, but it also makes it really hard to put it into a story. Like, if I wanted to include most of these quest lines in this game into a video, I'd have to split up my my footage across like 10 different level ups sometimes, it feels. So, pretty much in order to just not make things confusing, I'm probably not going to include many of the game's quest lines. And it's just a shame too, because a lot of like really good rewards come from quests, and if they're really good, I will be sure to include them. But even like to the smaller things, like the amount of penya I get from doing quests is pretty much the entire reason I'm actually able to afford food. So they're definitely important to note, they're important to do. They're just really difficult to put into a video. Here's a good example of what I mean. So I'm about to finish 4 quests right now that all have to do with this Mia mob right here. One of them is a quest chain. It's the main storyline, Rion and quests. I'm pretty much never going to come back to Mia's for this particular chain. 2 of the quests after that are just one-off office quests. Office quests usually are just 1 quest per mob. So I've got 2 of those. And then lastly, right here, I have actually a really big and quite important quest line that eventually results in a really good item at level 28. So for my other 3 quests I've done here, never have to come back. But then at the same time, there's going to be an ongoing quest chain all the way through level 28 that'll require me to come back. And it's really disruptive. I'm going to get so much stuff done between now and level 28. So even though the whole questline is pretty important, it's too hard to put into chronological order for the sake of a video. And it just makes the whole questline harder to remember what's going on in general. Kind of upsetting. Alright, not bad. Level 25. But I think this is where things are going to start getting really awkward. See, I should be just about running out of quests at this point. I maybe just have some office quests, one more part of the Mia quest line, and this is the last part of the Rionan quest line, I'm pretty sure, for a while. I now have to collect sharp edges from the red mantis monsters, and that does mean I also received the ring reward for the Rionan quest line. You get a stam ring +1 for that. It's going to be a good source of stamina, because I'm not putting points in stamina, so defensive stats are going to be pretty scarce. At level 28, I'm going to be able to finish the Mia questline, which is going to reward me with a very valuable necklace slot, which means I'll have full jewelry kitted out. That's very good, and it means some of the only gear upgrades left at that point are going to be weapon, shield, all the armor. Basically just got to refresh everything again, get my defensive stats up. That way I know I can handle some of like the major tasks that are going to come around at level 30. So I'm going to finish up this quest here real quick. But, like I was saying, 25 is going to start getting really rough. I'm hitting a point where the 16 decks that I initially put in early on, it's not going to give me enough hit rate for very long to consistently be able to not miss and not get parried. Before, I could land pretty much every hit with just 16 decks, but slowly but surely, I'm starting to miss more, and I'm starting to get parried more often, so my DPS is going to drop significantly. Luckily, at level 25, I unlock a new skill called Blindside, and 8 points in that are required for the skill to come after, so I'm going to dump 8 in, and hopefully this might be what I need to consistently deal DPS. I just got to check the damage on it. Hopefully it's better than just hitting. Ooh. Oh, wow. 660? That is pretty good. Okay. Cool. So, maybe now? Hopefully I don't have to resort to that just yet, but if my hit rate does get to the point where I can't consistently hit things anymore, at least I can fall back on Blindside for a few levels, just until level 30. I've got one last stretch here until I can finally be good and actually deal quite a bit of damage. Yeah, it looks like I have reached that point. Fighting these red mantis for the next quest, I've got about 300 damage per second if I'm just basic attacking, it looks like. And using the full skill combo, it's about 400 instead. It can be a little higher, because sometimes I weave in a basic attack in between the skills. Not purposely, that's just how the input lag works. But DPS is usually about 400 to 500 if I'm using skills, so it looks like it is time to switch back to skill spamming. Okay, I see. I see. So I thought when I had turned in those other quests, I would be pretty much out of junk to do until around level 30. But I see what they did. They broke up a quest line that I started at level 20, and they put one of the follow-up quests here at 26, which is exactly where I would run out of XP. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, it's good for the leveling. Because now instead of getting more XP at level 20, I'm getting XP at 26, where otherwise I wouldn't have it. So they've done really good things for the leveling up experience, but now I don't remember what I was doing in this quest line at all. Okay. Maybe it's not such a bad thing that this quest got split up 6 levels in between the quests. These guys hit so hard. So I guess this next part wants you to fight literal level 30s. So, and in that sense, it kind of makes sense that they give you such a big break in between. Oh my god! I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky I blocked that. I just got smacked for 1,000! Die. Oh, fuck! What is that? This is madness. Ooh, there she is. Level 25. You get an office quest that introduces you to the giant moth bee. We already met giants earlier in this episode. They are crazy strong. They get these slam attacks. Well, those slam attacks actually don't apply to the flying mobs because, I mean, you could guess they'd be nearly impossible to dodge. If you can't dodge, you're just dead. So the giant moth bee actually inherits the normal moth bee's chance of dropping plug earrings. So the original plan was to get to level 25 and farm this boss until I got myself some nice plug earrings, but got a little lucky. Got them early, so I actually don't need to grind the heck out of this thing. If I'm lucky here, I could get some plug earrings that have a little more defense on them, but yeah, it's really cool. You know, giants just have really good chances of dropping great crap, and flying mobs were very largely ignored in both FlyFF now and FlyFF back in the day. So giving these flying mobs the disadvantage of not being able to one-shot the character ends up opening a really cool avenue for something that you actually want to grind using flying combat. Oh my god, I finally got a weapon upgrade. The attack difference is huge. It's an axe too, so it's gonna go really well with my skill build. See what we're looking at here. Oh my god, DPS. Okay, so we're looking at least a 25% DPS increase off of that. That is nice. Okay, one last main storyline quest, and that should be it, I believe. Oh, where is it? I thought I was going to get a demo for... Here it is. Here's my demo earring. So now I have 2 offensive earrings, and I have 2 defensive earrings as well. I am all set there. Level 28 means I'm finally ready to go get that necklace I've been talking about. This Mia quest chain starts with a mother you find crying right as you teleport to St. Morning. Her daughter went missing years prior during the mysterious disappearance of the town's young girls. She has you team up with a local investigator named Porgo. Porgo hypothesizes that a local group of monsters is involved, and they're called Mia. Mia are humanoid-looking monsters that look like a small, crying girl with a ball and chain around their ankle. This game does not have a lot of lore involved, and quests largely feel like an afterthought to the game if we're being honest, so this quest really stands out. Not only is this one of the only times you get to learn more about the game's setting and story, but this quest implies that monsters in the game could have also once been normal people rather than these random creations by the gods of the universe. You collect data about these monsters, and you even find a doll that specifically belongs to the mother's missing daughter, as well as documents that have been hidden away by presumably the previous administration. There are implications that the former mayor was involved, and the questline ends with you leaving the rest up to the current mayor to figure out. And that's it. To my knowledge, this quest and these themes are never presented again. From this point on, it's basically back to the same kill, collect cycle aside from the main story and 1 or 2 exceptions. You're just left to stew with your thoughts and you have a nice necklace to show for it all. I wish the game did more stuff like this, because it's really cool. With the best gear possible so far and only 2 levels to go until level 30, we're approaching the horizon of FlyFF's newest, most interesting, yet most tedious and most restrictive content, dungeons, in the next episode. I'll see you there.